gun on his hip.
First round is going to be the dirt board, or the boogie board of doom, the Zeagle, versus Dama's Slaughterlord, the Zeagle by Mecha. See how this goes. It's gonna be interesting. It is a ton of crams, so it's really gonna come down to accuracy, which looking good so far, I think, and the durability of the actual, I would say mostly the superstructure, because of the angle that the crams come from. So like the turret caps are going to be tested here, and this is already looking sketchy. Yeah, we've lost a firing piece, but the Zeagle taking some serious damage and exploding to some extent. All right, that was a center mass shot. Oh dear, it's lost a lot of health, but it's well, I saw frags coming out the other side of it, which is not usually a good sign for a craft, I'd say. Oh yeah, we've got dry firing crams in the rear. We're engine dead, which might actually be a good thing since it's a cram ship. And it, you know, movement is hard. How do aim? But we are missing a lot of shells though. The narrow profile of this thing is really problematic. Narrow, no, tall, thin, short. It's short. It boogie board. Hard hit. Brain work. Me promise. Honestly, looking pretty damn good for the Slaughterlord. Most of the guns still online. The couple early hits on turret caps did disable a few firing pieces, but the superstructure has been taking most of the hatred here. And these are smaller crams. You can really see that with the damage profile. And I think as more and more fragments find their way through the armor of the weaponized bodyboard, we're going to see the damage potential of each cram kind of diminishing more and more. Whoop! Looks like we lost another firing piece there. Alright. Zeagle down in health, for goddamn sure. But the bleeding of firepower has kind of slowed down some here. Still have plenty of these crams firing. I think it's a mix of HE and thump, but it might be pure thump. I was kind of just seeing blocks, you know, thump off in the traditional fashion. Another ammo reserve we got to watch blow up there. The mast on this thing is so funny. It makes it look like it's one of those weird remote-controlled boogie boards that, like, Mythbusters or something would use to test some shit out. Definitely starting to get burrowed into by the torpedoes, which is interesting. The rear actually not the best place, I think, to be shooting at this thing from. It seems like there's a lot of thickness to go through there. Depth, if you will. Lost 20% firepower on the Zeagle though, so yeah, I think the big APS. Woo! Another firing piece gone. Well, actually that was a gauge, but you know how it is. How many do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Potentially 13 or 14. But without pickles. Which functionally, you know. Slaughterlord weathering the damage just fine too. Seems, as far as the internal compartments and everything go, it doesn't look like the crams are going to be burrowing through into essential components here. I think this was mainly a test of whether or not the dirt board could manage to get enough hits on turret caps for it to completely disable the firepower. But we've got, you know, 6 turret caps, so it was a bit of a tall order, honestly. Another 10%. It's weird. The firepower really falls off of the Zeagle in blocks, you know, like, well, block-based game. I meant in chunks. Oy vey. I'm having a rough couple mornings, guys. You're gonna have to forgive me for this. I like the layered camo. stone of the boogie board, revealing the floating core. The stone, of course, everyone knows, is the softest, most comfortable material for you to lay yourself upon while you ride the waves. Well-known fact. Yeah, it does look like this is going to go to the Slaughter Lord by HP and firepower. Pretty convincingly. Nice, deep penetrating, high payload, a lot of redundancy. Smaller turret caps, I think, actually kind of helped as well. Just harder targets to hit. Next up on the chopping block, we've got the Crabage versus the Z49. All of the project prototypes have had their AIs slightly tweaked so that they should largely just kind of face whatever direction they load in. We shouldn't see too much more running away or turning around from them. It wasn't an intended behavior. So it should be fixed now. Unfortunately, the way that these tournaments always work is you get loaded on the side you get loaded in at. It's a great way to discourage one-siders and such. I know a lot of people have bad memories of how the circle and broadside AIs used to work. They're a lot better now than they used to be. Yeah, they still have a lot of problems, and they're still not terribly reliable 100% of the time. And you need to do a little bit of ACB trickery. Ooh, lost a turret there. In fact, we've lost a couple from the look of it, functionally. If you want them to reliably change size and that kind of thing. But on the whole, they're pretty good. You can trust them. It's okay. Just remember, you usually don't want a minimum range, or else you're going to end up doing things like this. You don't want a minimum, and your maximum should be whatever you can get away with your turning radius, you know? Whatever will keep you from starting to disqualify, at least in a tournament setting, you know? I'm amazed his little planes are doing fantastic as far as staying alive. Considering they're being shot at with big, angry APS rods, that's impressive. Yeah, these little dudes are doing just fine. Looks like we've lost 2-ish turrets. One fully. Got plenty still intact, though. And the Crabbage is reporting some seriously damaged firepower potential here. Looks like it's been able to keep its broadside basically on target the whole ass time. Although now it looks like it's trying to get away from the Zeagle. We've probably reached the... Well, I think we've reached the point where the AI is going to have to decide to turn a direction. And the Zeagle is also turning out? I think we've reached a point where From the Depths remembers that it's a hilariously fucking clown show game. This is not a good position for the Crampage, though. Because, it's just putting its guns right in the line of fire. So the reason I always harp on this is when you run out, just demonstration. When you run out or run forward, your whole silhouette becomes your turrets, almost, unless you're getting shot beneath the waterline. Meanwhile, when you're broadsiding, look at all the dead space in the center here. So yeah, running out or in narrows your profile. Fantastic in the real world. These are computers aiming at each other. And we're really close compared to real world naval combat. So turning out, unless you only do it very briefly to try to like dodge a cram shell or something, is usually going to get you hurt. Hurt badly. You know, this actually kind of worked out pretty well for the Z49 because it just kind of let the Zeagle go, or not the Zeagle, but the Crampage go around it. And now it's got fresh armor facing. Lots of still functioning turrets. I think the Z49 just managed to weather the crams, and and that's what we're seeing here. It's interesting because the Crampage is winning in health. It's DQing because it ran too far out, though, which is exactly what I was talking about earlier. Whatever your turning radius can let you get away with, you have to be able to turn and start closing distance quickly enough that you don't get DQ'd. Yeah, look at that. We got 39 points on the board. 6 more, and it was out of there. This is coming down to the wire. This is going to be very close. The Z49 has about half a minute to chew down the rest of this HP lead that the Crampage has. It has the firepower left to do it. It's just a matter of whether or not it's going to hit the right spots. Okay, so we have 0.4% health, but the remaining firepower on the Z49 is about 60%, whereas the remaining firepower on the Cram badge is about 20-ish. So in cases of rounding errors like this, I'm going to lean towards guns being alive. I'm gonna give that to the Z49. Ridiculously close. I believe it goes more easily towards the Z49 because if this fight continued, it would most likely win due to having more firepower. Alright, and if I can still count at a grade school level, this should be the third round. Mephistopheles' Belith versus the Bell Reynolds by Protonep. This is going to be interesting. A lot of... we already lost some firepower. We lost a whole ass turret. Looks like we got gauge sniped there. Yeah. Oh, yeah, look at that. It went high smoke. Yeah. Right in and just hit the connectors. Hate to see that happen. Definitely always the risk of thinner turret necks. Ooh, boy, we had it happen to another turret. Damn, these are nasty shells on the Belith. You need a lot of armor to stop these suckers. The plane... Get lost for a second there, friend? There you go. Doing a little bombing run. So when are you going to drop the torps? Oh, there they are. Oh, are those like... Do those have... Are these secondary torps? Oh, no. Oh, man. What a bummer. Oh, God. Speaking of a bummer, we just lost another turret. Oh, man. Looks like we have one functional turret on the Reynolds. Nasty freaking firepower coming out. Reynolds is, at least from this perspective, significantly faster. I wonder if mechas actually do hit the top speed or not. Or is it engine dead? It might actually be engine damaged. Oh, okay, it's differentialing. I see. It doesn't look like we've lost any guns over here yet. Done some serious damage to the internals here. Gotten really close to some of the gun wells, but Just doesn't look like we have quite enough remaining firepower. Oh man, and the turret caps just keep getting hit. Oh, I think that was the last one. Yeah. So the Reynolds is largely down to just secondaries now. AA secondaries at that. I unfortunately do not think that's going to be able to sort itself out. Damn. Seems like a difficult matchup in shell types here. The Belloth just has really well-suited shells for getting in there. But I'm going to call that there. Alright, number 4. The Memeing Eagle versus the Titandik from Dama. Oh, wait, this is Crams versus Crams. Why does this keep happening? I hate this. That's a lot of angry Crams coming in. That's a lot of angry Crams going out. Memeing Eagle has lost 1% firepower. Did any of those Crams... I see parts. I see parts. Damn, those are some good Crams, sir. Although it does actually look like you got through the hull in between the two turret wells. You sneaky fuck. But you can't keep aiming at the same spot. That's cheating. Help. The Dick Titan is cheating. Someone. Where are these torpedoes even aiming? Oh man. Oh god, we missed some big chunks getting taken out of the hull here. Holy shit. Well, doesn't matter. Didn't hit a gun. Bell hasn't fucking rung. Okay. Turret cap. That might be in the well. That might be a dead gun. That's probably a dead gun. These torpedoes are so disappointing. I don't know what are they doing? It's like they're facing the opposite direction. That's really funny, man. Whoa, big chunks of armor coming off here. I don't know why we're targeting the rear of the ship, but we are. Let's take a look back at the Memeing Eagle. I'm gonna assume this gun is mostly dead inside. It is not. Oh, well, I mean, okay, it's, probably not much remaining in there. I'm amazed that gun has anything left on the internals. It looks like the shell started targeting the, or hitting, rather, the armor, which is not what you want to see. No, his beautiful head. At least he can still scrim. You guys are just disappointments. I don't know what the hell you're doing. Why are you aiming? I mean, I guess that makes sense. Oh, wait. Those torpedoes hit. Alright, I can't be mad at them anymore. They did it. Good for them. Oh, hey! The blimps! The blimps 2 torpedoes. Good job, bud. You did it. The Titan may not have been quite thick enough to withstand the big fucking cram Tetris. Ooh, are we engine dead? No, okay. Just slowing down a bit, turning in a bit. Oh, that was a turret cat hit. Youch. The game felt the need to correct the buoyancy. I don't know why, but boing. Now I think we're engine dead. Some big fucking holes. It's actually kind of getting close to a cut over there. Still got guns firing. That means the armor's in the right places. You know, this is also kind of a weird surfboard looking thing. It's like a really stubby ironing board. Escort. Oh, there we go. Finally, that cram died. Good riddance. It should have been dead a long time ago. I don't know why it was alive all this time. Oh, speaking of which, no! No! I hate seeing cram ships fight each other because I want them to go all the way. I want crams in the finals. Oh, man. Well, shit. Looks like the meme has, survived the deke. There it is, 55%. Okay, next up to bat, we have my big dumb Mimi Galleon, actually properly in colors now, versus J-Dog's Turret Farmer. I have a terrible feeling that my boat is going to get ripped to pieces here. And I'm really going to enjoy watching it because if anything about the Constantine is true, it's really fun to watch it blow up. So let's see what happens. Also, his planes are probably going to beat the hell out of my stupid hang gliders. I think I already had ammo detonate. That's a great sign. Look at this. Look at all the pieces. So the downside, there's ammo squirreled away everywhere to keep this stupid thing firing and running. And we're going to be in slow motion a lot, I think, because J-Dog is just going to be blowing up ammo reserves constantly. Look at all the pieces. She falls apart just like a real galleon. Just like a real wood boat. Oh, it was a torpedo that just jumped over my boat entirely. That's impressive, actually. I'm impressed. We've got some dogfighting going on. The planes being a little bit less than stellar at fighting each other. What kind of damage we got over here? Okay, nothing important. Got some plunging fire coming down midship. Ooh, sniping a turret. That's important. Unfortunately, there's 8 more of those. It's kind of giving some wiggle here, you know. She's the turret farmer doing a little bit. Don't shoot at the paraglider. You can't. That's a war crime. Wow, look at that. You actually have deck armor? Who does that? You can't have deck armor. That's cheating. Why is everyone cheating? It's ridiculous. I'm not sure why the turret farmer wanted to pull out like this, but it's avoided a lot of crams by doing so. And the Constantine is hemorrhaging health and firepower. Even got a little bit of DQ points because it sucks at turning. Can it turn anymore? We have a rudder. We have differential thrust. There's things here. Yeah. It's probably going to DQ itself, though, because of this weird behavior. Well, that's not terribly exciting now, is it? Do I need to reboot to try to fix the... This is the second weird... You know, if it happens again, I'll absolutely reboot from the depths. The behaviors are acting kind of funky. Because we saw this happen with the Crambage, too. It does look like the turret farm. Well, you know, we're actually tied in remaining firepower. Hold up. Granted, health wars are not going great somehow, both of the paragliders appear to be alive. Alive and firing. Whether or not they'll hit anything or do any damage is anyone's guess. I mean, he's not even firing at the planes. What am I paying you for, man? It's ridiculous. We are at a hell of a range. I don't even think the Constantine can shoot. I don't think it can even get cramps out this far. I'm going to assume something happened that made it so that the Constantine was very much not mobile. And this was basically just a death of the fact that it wasn't that mobile to fucking begin with. But I do believe the galleon is cooked, as it cannot get crams out this far, and it is just getting beat to hell. Hey, but how about that? Look at that. We started a little fire. Little hang glider boy. Hell yeah, bud. You tell him. You show him. Glide bombs. Bop. Yeah, that's gonna kill like 3 blocks on your deck. And then what? Yeah, I'm going to assume something happened that kept the Constantine from being able to maneuver here. It should just never be this far out. I love watching the torpedo bombing runs from the planes here. It's really cool. Yeah, I mean, it's just shredded. Oh, there it went! DQ! Couldn't turn in. Alright, next up we got Fat Onyx versus Lucy. Another heartbreaker. 2 cram-focused ships fighting each other again. Oh, I forgot to put the blimp in the sky. For real this time. Ooh, okay. Those were... Oh god, that's a full gun gone. Alright, but it was one of the secondaries. Crams are still intact. A buoyancy adjustment has been made. That's probably a good sign. How's Fat Onyx holding up? Is on fire. On fire, turret necks are getting chewed through. Love to see it. Doesn't look like any guns have really been taken out just yet. Oh, Louis ain't looking so hot though. What happened, Louis? I'm going to assume it's probably internal damage. Lots of explosions going on. There went the torpedo volley. Oh, there went a turret cap. Interesting neck. Very interesting. Hardly any protection from the front or the rear. Lots of protection on the sides. Huh. Oh, are these both dry firing? Oh, no, they are. Oh, God. Okay, so only the front turret, I think, is still functional. The rest of them have been chewed through. Oh, man. The torps are fun to watch because of that. They just eat through armor. Onyx has lost 23% firepower. Ooh, hell yeah. Another nice hit on the turret neck. Fire went out pretty quick, though. I wonder wonder what the 25% lost firepower was. Maybe internal damage? Simple weapons? Because I think the crams are still working. Crams are still working. APS are still working. The torpedoes are still missing. Oh man. It's like we're dead in the water here. I'm firing crams at the blimp. You know? Honestly, hell yeah. Get it. I got a lot of little HE flat going on here, but unfortunately the blimp has a metal skin, so flak is not gonna do over much. It might preemptively blow up the missiles before they even like drop though. Oh, no, there they go. What a cool shape this ship has. Oh, damn. Alright. That's health. Next up, we have the Orichalcum versus Solid Pickle's Horst. Pickle may hate me for this, but I did replace their wood. It was not reinforced decking. It was just wood deck with alloy and then deco it to look like wood. Which took long enough that they shouldn't hate me, but we'll see. It should help. We saw a lot of turret neck snipes last time, and I think what was happening was shells were just kind of finding their way through the wood into places they should not be. The bell's still standing strong. Although, is that a gun disabled, or does this have a range? What you doing, gun? Oh, that's a gun disabled. I think, yeah, okay, it must have gotten in and blown it up. Some secondaries wasted too. Yeah, I don't know why this guy has decided not. Did a shell find its way into it and, like, kill it really early? Yes. Oh my god, it's AI. Yeah. Look at that. AI death. Wow. Damn good shot. The smoke emitters on the bell with the yellow and green. I didn't even notice that before. I like that a lot. That's really good. Mardi Gras. Very colorful. I know it's probably Orky or something like that, but my brain just went Mardi Gras because I lived in Louisiana for a bit, so... Well, near. Not in. No! The blimp! The blimp got killed. Oh, it does look like it got very close to the main ship. What did it kill it with? Oh, yeah, the secondaries probably shoot, like, actual shells or some weird bullshit like that instead of flak. Those are nice smokestacks. I really like the top of them. It looks like a screen, almost. That's really cool. 50 cals. We're gonna get them. I wonder if the blimp got killed by the 50 cals. Almost certainly not. But man, that'd be funny. Big health lead from Horst, but it's actually lost some firepower. We're kind of... We're not that far off each other in firepower here, which is interesting. Because, man, does it sure look like the Orichalcum has taken a lot more of a beating. Still got that front gun. Still got the little simple. There's a little green boy. Simple guns, some torpedoes. Still firing, still alive. Yeah, we're getting some holes dug in the armor. That works right nicely. Yeah. That firing piece was probably just a direct snipe to the turret. I'm a proponent of long, fat turrets because of that. Alternatively, what you can kind of do is you can shove... So you could have the whole turret be built slightly off-center so that your firing pieces run up closer to the back of your turret. It looks a little weird when they rotate and you have to make more considerations, but if you want to go for a realistic style and have more armor, that's kind of a way you can sort of cheat one or two more blocks. Which, I don't know. Sometimes it helps. Small things can make a big difference sometimes. Got some torps coming in. Oh, they're actually kind of nasty. Reasonable amount of blocks knocked off for two medium torpedoes. Come another pair. Trio, it looks like. Those did substantially less. Very interesting. The Orichalcum looks as if it's going to go the distance in terms of survival. But it definitely ran out of its ability to really hit back pretty early on. Oh yeah, it looks like we're actually out of main turrets. We're down to secondaries and torpedoes. Oof. The remaining gun parts, I think, of one of the turrets being liberated. Oh, you know what? We still have these guys, the fixed guns in the back here. Little casemates. Oh, they're still full-ass alive, too. Alright. Somehow, this one also seems to have gotten penetrated, basically, like, through the ship. Killed this from the back. Ooh. There's a lot of gun parts. What from? I wonder if this was a turret snipe originally and now it's blown up. Or this was the gun that was still firing. Alright, well that's going to go to the Horst. Okay. And now it's time for the ice to go up against the rotten log. Oof, does look like we've lost a turret over on the log already. Wow, a turret is being target fired. Hey! I did do a little work on the planes to make sure that they fire their torpedoes and their rockets. Well, at least it fired them. Wild. Definitely a bit late there, I think. Like we've lost, oh my god, 3 turrets already. How close the little guy got. There we go, that's a decent torpedo drop, alright. See how the ice is holding up. It also has lost a couple turrets. Looks like it has 2 main guns left. Although... There we go. Okay, alright. Still firing. Just slow reloading. There they go. Nasty rounds coming up. do like the silhouette of the ice. Very narrow. A billion secondaries. It's actually hitting with its little rocket runs now. Oh, that's so fun. The Rotten Log decided to kill the... because the ice went AI dead. Oh shit. We had an AI snipe. God damn. Alright. Alright. Time for the few to go up against the Armageddon Omega. Which, hopefully, the mortars and stuff should actually fire now. They do! Oh, that's fun as hell. God, look at them go. Actually. They're not going to quite make it all the way, but this is significantly better than them never firing. In fact... Nope. Nope. Alright. Magnets ain't going to do it yet, but as we saw before, this thing likes to close aggressively. Oh. And lose a turret or two on the way. But what are you going to do? These turrets were made for getting blown up. And that's what they're going to do. I really... Come on. Come on. Get there. They're getting closer. You watch out. Oh, they really need like a short-range thruster or something just to put them out in the neighborhood, right? And then they can do the whole mine thing. Nakajima seems to have been, oh yeah, pretty severely damaged. Oh, is probably getting altitude DQ'd. The few holding up spectacularly well here. Oh, you know what? Actually, it has functionally lost a turret. Look at that. Armageddon Omega having some issues closing in comparison to the previous fight. And still having some fail-safe issues. The 5-meter fail-safe really kind of biting it here, I think. Oh, man. Yep. It's just so much firepower from the Pepe Le Pew. The torpedoes and the mortars fire now, so we got something. The mortars just really could have used a variable turned all the way up on thrust or short range at like only 1 second of thrust just to get them out there in the neighborhood so that they can magnet onto things, because everyone's moving at the same speed in this tournament, you know? It's a max speed of 25 meters a second, and just about everyone's going to be aiming for it. Well, I'm amazed this little plane's still alive. Well, okay, it's probably going to DQ itself. Actually, it should be DQing from altitude, but it has decided that rules do not apply to him. He has 2 wings. Yeah, I mean, this thing's actually really moving, too. I do not think the Armageddon Omega is going to be catching it. In fact, it's starting to look a little bit slower in the water. Health-wise, it's durable. It's holding up well. It is struggling a little bit with keeping its guns alive, but kind of comes with the narrow territory. It's like it's turning in again. Yeah. The pace was kind of wholly... I cannot believe that plane is still alive. The pace was kind of wholly set and determined, I think, by Damodoc's entry here. Unfortunately, it was just too fast for Jock to close in on and really make run the way it had other ships. And on top of that, even when it does, you know, we've got really good firing lines on this ship. There's a lot of clearance for the turrets, so it's hard to actually get away from its guns. It's just got sight lines everywhere. Definitely made it to the clock pretty easy, though. 78% health left. Alright, next up we've got Mecha's gorgeous edgelord going up against the lizard and its freaking sweet-ass organ gun, which fired everything at once this first volley. Very cool. No firing restrictions messing it up this time, it looks like. Kinda slow on the water. This is another cram-on-cram fight. Ugh. Why must the brackets always break my heart? I just want all the cram ships to succeed and have everything that they deserve in life. That beat the shit out of one of the turret caps. The edgelord, the ammo is struggling to keep up with its firepower a little bit, I think. Wow, it's really targeting turret caps this time, the Dread Lizard. Seems to have shot the plane down. Yeah, the plane lost some HP there. Ooh. The incendiary kind of slowly chewing away at things here. It does look like the edgelord's going for blocks above water. This is going to be a tough turret cap to crack. Monitor lizard is turning out. Turn back in. You don't want this. You can't fire like this. You know, it's digging in. It's digging in. The gun's in decent condition. This is a close fight. And God, it's so much fun to just watch that come in. Ay, ay, ay. I love crams so much. That's such a fun idea. Edgelord really struggling on ammo access, it looks like. Very fun to fucking watch these things, man. They do have difficulty burrowing anywhere, but man, they're fun to watch. They've really done a number to some of these turret caps, too. It actually looks like we're largely disabled on at least 2 guns. There is a strong potential that the edgelord runs out of its capacity to do damage here soon. Although, it just keeps nailing the turret cap with HE and incendiary. But it is durable. Well, this might go to the monitor. It has lost some barrels, and it is starting to get to danger zones, I think. Insofar as the capacity for it to take yeah, right here. We are just about 2 layers of armor away from taking direct damage to the guns. It really doesn't need much more. In the health war, the monitor lizard is doing quite well. Oh, there went another couple firing pieces. Oh, this is really close. It's going to come down to whoever monitor lizards the first. You know, you gotta figure out who lizards the first. Whoever. Nice DQ nuke, beautiful. Love to see it. We are engine dead, maybe? We're just turning aggressively. Okay. Whoever disables the other person's capacity to shoot is pretty much going to take it. It does just look like, for now, the Dread Organ just weathering things fantastically. Ooh, it is starting to get... Wait. Okay, we still have firing crams, I think. If we don't... Okay, I need to see if there's firing guns left. Firing guns left. That goes to the lizard. Okay. Old Gray versus the Z-42. Lot of fire being exchanged. Old Gray lost a little bit of its firepower already. Big crams coming in. Taking out a couple of the little 3x3s. Looks like Gray wants to close. Wants to close aggressively. Fucking drifting on him. Oh dear. We have lost some firing pieces during the close. Z-42 has lost a lot of health, but that's just how crams do. We'll see if that translates into a win on the early health lead. Such a nice fucking cool superstructure here. Really like that. The verticality of that and this little like almost, it's just this little floating area up top really. It's really neat. Uh-oh. That's so many dead crams already. Alright, that one still has one firing piece, and I think this one's attacked. Well, that isn't, but the other one is. So we have 2 firing pieces remaining, I think, on Old Gray. We do indeed. Reporting 50% firepower on the prototype. It looks like that involves or includes a couple of the main turrets, though. Ooh, we're getting some engine damage going on in here. A lot of big hits to the center of mass. Although I believe this, all the prototypes have quite a few redundant AI mainframes scattered about them, so there's not liable to be a... You gonna fly, Old Gray? Do your people need you? Have you decided you identify as one of them hip new sports cars? From the depths physics, continuing to, Boy, that's weird. I'm sorry, that is just so... I don't... How... You're, like, shooting through your own deck. Can you come back into the water like a normal fucking boat, please? Oh, man. So many cram parts. Hey, it recalculated buoyancy again. That's probably not going to cause any issues. Oh, man. We somehow still have a cram firing after all that. Oh my god. It's just... constant explosions are just popping it up into the air. Poor Gray. It did pretty well. It chewed away 50% of the firepower, solid 20% of the health, but I don't think it's going to survive its attempt to ET its way out of the competition. It did pop a pretty sick wheelie, though. You really doing this again? Come on. I'm gonna have to ban hydraulic lifts. This is ridiculous. I don't know why its buoyancy recalculations are constantly popping it out of the water like this. It's really funny to look at and really weird. But I have no idea. Oh, there's another pop. Must be heavy turrets or something. It still has a cram firing. God damn. Ooh. There's so many connectors. Well, that's it. Okay. Final match is going to be the Z50 versus the liable Mark II. Sam's and Kevin Try duking it out. Two very APS focused ships, actually. Boy, that is a lot of APS firepower going in at this one turret. Oh man, I mean, it did get through, but that turret is alive. Lots of confetti. Ooh, okay, all right. We've lost a turret. Ooh, man. This one might actually be, yeah, that one's cored. How is this one? This one's intact. So we've lost two turrets, it looks like, at least. You two actually might be dead as well. No. You're alive. Okay. The ugly needs to start closing before it starts to disqualify. This is getting a little far out there. Z50 reporting 0 firepower. That is probably due to it not having enough ammo at the moment. I anticipate that number will bounce back up. The ugly is really trying to turn. It is really struggling. Looks like it's gonna bring itself back in. Yeah, no DQ points just yet. Yeah, there we are. Full reload on the Z50, back up to 50% firepower. We actually almost have firepower parity here. Very close. It does look like the health war, though. The ugly, as Sam's is known for, is really just jealously guarding its health. Another turret has been exposed. Oh no, this is the same one from before, just surviving another volley. Jeez, man. This is a long distance fight. Yeah, it looks like we have hit the 1900 meters. That causes the broadsides to correct. First we had the ugly do it, and now this one's going to do it. Brings the other broadside back on target, though. Some guns that are still functional. People wanting their ships to fight awfully far out. I mean, it got me. The Constantine had no capacity to deal with that, being that she is slow and can't turn for shit. We do still have 2 functional turrets on the Z50, so it's far from over here. And we did just lose a lot of firepower on the ugly. Oh my goodness. Oh, we might be hitting a reload cycle on it as well. I see plenty of firing turrets. Although, that is getting dangerous. I see gauge. Yeah, I see a gauge snake. Well, it looks like we're targeting a different area now. The ugly choosing to turn out again. Not necessarily advisable. Sams, if you want me to adjust this so that it tries to keep itself in a broadside a little bit more consistently, I absolutely can for you. If this is how you want to fight, though, we're good. Just want to make sure, you know. Want to make sure before the third round that everyone's ships are working just how they want them to. It does look like actually the Z50 may have gone completely engine dead here. No, still moving. Mostly weapon dead. Well, no, the rear turret's still going, still firing. I'm amazed it still has engine power in here. It does just look like the Ugly's armor held up well enough that it was able to keep its guns alive. Makes all the difference, man.